Hello, it's me again, Lucy from Ampersand Artisan. Come on here with my rainbow fabric today to show you how to do a treble crochet. It's the easiest stitch to do. Well, it probably isn't, but it's a basic stitch that you need to learn to do a lot of projects, and this stitch is featured in my crochet kits. I'm going to release my second one very soon, so I just thought I'd focus on the treble. Let's not chat, let's just get into it, okay? I've started here. This is the first round of the rainbow crochet kit. You make a loop. So you start with a foundation chain of 5. You make it into a loop. You can do a magic circle if you are able to do that. So you've got quite a big hole in the middle, but that's good because it's going to be folded. Doesn't really matter. So okay, so we've got the circle. You chain up 3, so that's 3 chains, and then you go in and you do your trebles into the middle of the chain, into the circle. So I've done, how many have I done now? Well, not counting the chain 3, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 counts as a treble, and I need to do 3 more into the center to make my first round of the rainbow. So here we go. We're going to yarn over, insert, pull up the yarn from the back. Got 3 loops on your hook. I think this is where the name treble comes from. So you yarn over the hook again, pull it through the first 2 loops, then you yarn over one more time, and then you pull that through the last 2 loops, and you can pull it a little bit tighter to make it the same as the others. That's another treble. So we do it again. Yarn over, insert into the center, pull up the yarn from the back and bring it through to the front, yarn over, pull that thread through 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull that thread through the last 2 loops. I'm keeping my tail from the very beginning behind, so I don't have to sew it in at the end. So you just try and like hold that with your other fingers at the back as you go, otherwise it might get a little bit tangled up. You can leave it trailing behind, but then you just have to sew it in at the back when you've finished. So let's do it again. Yarn over, into the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. It's another treble. You can keep your finger on here if it helps you keep your tension. It is quite hard to do it quite slowly actually, but when you're going a bit faster, once you've got the hang of it, your tension will tend to stay the same. So we'll do it another time. Yarn over, go through the middle to the back and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, you've got 2 left on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're only going in to the back, going through the middle once. So we'll do it one more time. Yarn over, into the middle, pull up a loop. So you just do that once. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I've done too many for my round, but I'm just showing you so you can follow along. If you want to slow down the video on YouTube, you can slow things down. It might help to just follow my hands. I did always, when I first started, I found it very confusing about, which way do I put my yarn? But if you look, if you put your yarn this way and try and go in the middle, it could fall off. It's very fiddly. So you yarn over from behind the hook. So you're going this way See that? And then you hook it over, and then you put the whole thing into the middle, and you catch the yarn there. I'm trying to wait for the camera to focus. Doesn't want to. And you pull it through the middle and it comes up here. So then you make your tension kind of the same every stitch, so it's all the same height. So now you've got 3 loops on your hook. This is when you yarn over again. You could say under, because you're almost going under that hook, but I guess the hook is going over the yarn. So you catch a loop of the yarn, bring it through 2, and then another yarn over and pull it through 2. So you might have difficulties in the very beginning with the way you hold your yarn and the tightness of things, which is called the tension. This sometimes makes it a little bit difficult for your stitches to look uniform like this. So always, let's just do it again. So we yarn over, go into the loop, pull up. So I'm always kind of pulling away almost, but not too tightly, just kind of everything is taut, there's no loose bits falling around, and you know, I hook it around my finger here and just kind of, well, hold it here, hook it round, and then kind of hook it over your finger, and that always keeps it a certain tightness, and you will get used to it. It's not a difficult thing. Everybody holds the hook and yarn differently as well, so you might see different videos where people are holding the hook like this. I can't do it like that. I'm just not comfortable doing it like that. I've always done it like this, like I don't know, like a knife and fork. I'm using this like I would use a pen. Well, it's not really a pen, because I would say this is a pen hold. So it's like you're holding your fork when you're cutting, or your knife. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if you keep everything tight enough, but not too tight, not too loose, your stitches will end up the same height. You know, as you're going along, you can see how uniform that is. And then you won't get into difficulties when you're pulling through, because if you're pulling through here and it's all loose and floppy, it might fall off the hook, and you might get a difficulty where you just get all muddled up and you get tangled up and then you give up. And I don't want you to give up, so just keep things a little bit tight. This is kind of like a sewing machine, the way a sewing machine would keep the thread tight as you're sewing, because a floppy thread is no good to anybody. We'll do it one more time. Okay, we're in focus. So we yarn over, go through the middle to the back, pull up a loop. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. I don't know if you can see, but as I'm moving, my hook is moving with me like this. So that picks up the thread and keeps it on the loop, on the hook. So I've gone up and I'm keeping my hook up, yarn over, and I'm going down because it's easier to get through that hole, you know, with the hook down like that. But if you go through it now, it's going to fall off. It's going to fall off that hook, see? So keep it up when you're moving, like when you're putting the loop on, and bring it down like that to get through the hole. There you go. I've done way too many for the round, but you only need 12, which is 11 trebles plus a 3 chain. But I'll just show you now anyway how to close a round. You can see how this starts here. 1, 2, 3. That's the first. Should I get closer? You can see 3 V shapes there, which are the 3 stitches. To join a circle, you would go under the 2 and just pull a loop through like this, and then pull that through there, and that closes the circle. And then you would always do 1 extra, so that when you cut it here, you can pull it off and it will stay tight, but I'm not going to do that. Just want to show you one more time. Sometimes it doesn't really make any difference to the pattern, but sometimes it's difficult to get into the top chain of that chain 3 because it's a little bit tight. It's not like the other stitches. So I would sometimes, just depends really, there's no pattern to what I do, but I would go into the second one, which is the top of that first chain there, and you can see it's a lot easier to get in there, if you can see on my camera. So then I would pull that through just like that, a slip, it's like a slip knot, and then pull that through that one as well. And then you've still got a starting, you've still got a chain there for when you go into the next, when you start your next round, you're going to be going into the tops of these. So you've got one clear, and you would just go through one more time, snip here, pull your thread out and cut, and then you've got a circle. And that's why I really like this pattern. The circle is just really easy, really lovely to do. You can fold it in half like this, and as the rainbow gets bigger, that's the start of your rainbow. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful, and I hope I went slow enough for you to follow along learning how to do a treble stitch. I am Ampersand Artisan, and good luck. I hope you do well, and come back to me and ask me any questions. I'm here to answer any questions you need. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.